We are back in the train. And I think I was supposed to meet some people.
Everything okay, Oscar?
Yes, Kate Walker. I am awaiting your instructions.
Will he tell me again?
There's a winding machine further on down there.
Oh.
But we're going to have to shift the train 50 yards.
Impossible, Kate Walker. Train Engineer's Instruction Manual, Chapter 3, Article 2. Once the springs are slack, the train cannot move.
The train cannot move by itself, Oscar. Only by itself.
Do I need your help?
Oscar, there's no way you could help me find a way to wind the train back up again?
Rust awaits my every movement if I leave this train, Kate Walker. And what would you do with a rusty engine driver?
Not a lot, I suppose.
I believe we've had that conversation. Bird? What bird? Wait.
You should take a look around the station, Oscar. It's amazing. Greenhouses that are all lit up, exotic trees, and thousands of birds of all different colors.
Is there?
I am obliged to avoid exposing my wheelwork to corrosive bird excreta. I shall remain inside to monitor the locomotive.
Of course. Well, too bad for you.
Excreta, he says. Train?
This train might be a wonder of technology, but the engine's limited autonomy is a liability. You got to admit that.
I am afraid I refuse to entertain this consideration, Kate Walker.
All right. What about Hans?
Oscar, I think that Hans Vorarlberg once stated...
Oh, yeah,
Nothing is
yeah.
left.
You agree with me?
We have no
At this-
concrete proof to support your hypothesis. The train's...
I was just hoping for a...
No, Kate.
Yep, we've had that conversation.
Oscar, see you later, alligator.
In a while, Kate Walker.
Oh my god. Yes, let's go meet the people. If we can find them. That is... Was there anything on this side? Any more than I've already seen? I can go to this side. I can go to this side. Oh. Well... Maybe the people I'm supposed to meet are up here. Something start. I can't remember what the place's name is. Careful in the stairs. There are too many ways to go. Barrackstad? Maybe they're here. Not there, goddammit. Oh. Yes, there. There's someone. What the hell? I'll talk to the guy.
Hello.
Hey, baby, you party? You sure look pretty fine. Love those big round eyes.
Just who do you think you are?
Hey, spunky. I like that in a lady. Okay, I'm hooked. Come on, Zol. I'll let you buy me that coffee.
I don't remember ever asking.
Hey, don't play hard to get. I know you like it big time.
Listen, kid. Go back home and play with your toy cars and forget you ever saw me.
Really? That's all?
Hello.
Hey, baby, you party?
Just who do you think?
Hey, spunk. Hey.
Listen.
Okay. Well, that's that then. Okay. Where are the people? There's someone.
Excuse me. Sir, please, just a moment.
Yes, what is it? I'm not deaf, you know.
I am sorry to disturb you in your work, sir, but
This young Mammothus primigenius is barely 40,000 years old. Fantastic, wouldn't you say, miss?
yes. Probably.
What do you mean, probably?
I don't know.
You don't know? Oh, you don't know, I see. What can I do for you, my dear child?
Well, first off,
I'll leave you in peace. I hope I haven't disturbed you too much.
that's
Sorry?
not what I meant.
No, not at all, my dear child.
I meant this. Has someone... No, it goes completely silent if I take it one more step. Maybe sound. Does sound include dialogue? I don't know. But if I put the sound so high up, it's loud. I don't know. Return.
Do excuse me, Professor. Professor, sorry to disturb you again.
What is it you want to know, miss?
I hope there's nothing like that I can only talk to him.
To tell you the truth, I
First
don't know
time
very much
around.
about mammoths, and I'm not here as a student. In fact, I'm a lawyer.
It's all right, nobody's perfect. All the same, the study of the Pleistocene period is fascinating.
I'm sure it is, but I'm sorry to say my current mission is totally monopolizing my time. Another time, maybe.
Ah, that's what they all say. But anyway, let me present myself. I'm Cornelius Ponce, Emeritus Professor and Lecturer at the University of Barrockstadt. I'm proud to say that I'm head of the Department of Paleozoology at our university.
Kate Walker. Pleased to meet you. It wasn't really my intention to stop off here, but I'll confess, this university is really very impressive.
Ah, indeed. There's such a tradition of learning here. And so much knowledge, a real depth of culture, intelligence, and gray matter.
Gray matter.
I myself did my studies here and never left.
I mean brains?
Actually, I'm here because I've been summoned by the rectors of the university.
Oh, I see. You must have made a mistake on your enrollment form.
Oh, no. I haven't come here to study. I have an important matter of inheritance to attend to. I have to find the heir.
And you hope you will find him here?
No.
I'm not altogether sure. But you see, my train broke down coming into Barrockstadt Station.
No, it didn't.
In that case, my dear, you must come to one of my lectures. Here's a question for you. Do you know what the Proboscidean order is?
The Probowhatian?
Ah, you see. There are gaps in your knowledge that need refreshing.
This is the wrong guy to talk to.
I feel I've lost my way a little here. I could really do with your help.
Oh, my dear child, you've chosen your moment. I absolutely must finish off my lecture for this afternoon.
It's a lecture about mammoths?
Oh, yes and no. More specifically, it is about their migration. Do excuse me, I need to concentrate.
Do you know Hans?
To tell you the truth, I'm looking for Mr. Hans Vorarlberg. He's the sole heir of a very unusual factory. My company is in charge of negotiations for the takeover of this factory. At last word, he was living in Syberia. So, as soon as my train is ready, I'll be continuing my journey eastwards.
Syberia. Ah, Syberia. But what was it you said again?
Nothing.
Said what?
You mentioned a name. The person you are looking for.
Vorarlberg. Hans Vorarlberg. Do you know him?
Hans Vorarlberg. How could I forget him? Such an extraordinary fellow. So inventive. We shared a passion for mammoths, you know, and we bonded over this passion. Without it, I confess, I would have had little to do with an odd, ageless retard like Hans. At the time, we were both students. Well, sort of. Put it this way. Hans had special permission to attend paleontology lectures. You see, he didn't really have the necessary qualifications. In exchange, Hans did a few odd jobs around the university.
Your Hans Vorarlberg sounds uncannily like the one I'm looking for.
I'm not sure, my dear. Hans was above all questions of money and business. Just to imagine him running a factory, perish the thought.
Can you tell me a little bit more about him?
He was always a mystery to me. He never said very much, never quite seemed to grasp what you said to him. He expressed himself instead through his incredible mechanical contraptions. His inventions, I admit, have been much appreciated by the university. The few times we really did talk, it was about his strange interest for mammoths and a doll. Some sort of doll that obsessed him.
A doll, you say?
Yes, he kept talking about it. One day he described it to me. A sort of children's toy. A miniature mammoth mounted by a mount. It appears he found it in a cave not far from his home. The event all sounds very dramatic. His account was slightly confused, but it awoke a great interest in me.
What do you mean?
To my knowledge, there was only one tribe who made figurines featuring a mouth, and that tribe is the Yukols. They live in the farthest reaches of Syberia, and for them, the dolls constituted a sacred object, illustrating one of their central legends. How such a doll made the journey from the frozen Siberian north to a cave in the French Alps is a mystery to me. Even today, it is beyond my comprehension.
Have you considered that Hans Vorarlberg was maybe making it up? You said yourself he didn't seem to have all his mental facilities intact.
What kind of question
that's
is that?
Impossible. Hans couldn't invent a story like that. The doll is a sacred part of the Syberia legend. He described it to me in exact detail. Syberia itself is a chimera that paleontologists of the world are very fond of pursuing.
Syberia is a chimera? What? I have a train.
Arriving in Barrackstadt is an amazing experience. I've never seen such a station.
You came by train?
Yes, in a kind of clockwork train with a spring mechanism that winds down regularly.
You mean you drive a train? Young ladies of today never cease to amaze me.
Oh, no, I'm not the engineer. The train's engineer is actually an automaton. I am sorry, all this probably sounds very strange.
A clockwork train, driven by an automaton. I once knew a man long ago who could have invented
Oh my
such a
God.
train. It was he who designed the bandstand in the main square. To think that he was even capable of creating such a gadget. He was astounding, a true genius. But oddly, at the same time, he was also almost a child. It was as if his mental and physical evolution had definitively halted at the age of 10. Can you believe that?
I can.
Yes. I think I can believe that. At least I'm beginning to.
Bird. Bird is the word.
My train stopped in a peculiar aviary. It's very odd. A lot of bird species seem to seek harbor there.
Ornithology is far from being my favorite subject, but I must concede that the station is the pride of the university. It was initially intended for teaching purposes, but then birds started arriving from all around the world. It seems that there are still rare species breeding there and flourishing.
Are there? Can you give me an example?
Please don't.
I have been told about a kind of bird with peculiar habits. Let's see now, the Amazon cuckoo, that's right. But, oh, I'm so foolish, I can't remember what was so special about it. Just that its behavior is very peculiar.
The Amazon? Where's the Amazon? What is the Amazon?
I'm sorry, my dear, but one cannot learn everything in a lifetime. Specialization is the key to real knowledge. Why don't you pay a visit to our library?
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
I'll leave you in
Alrighty.
peace. I hope I haven't disturbed you too much.
Sorry? No, not at all, my dear child.
Oh. Again, I went to WASD. Trying to move. Is this the library? No point, it's locked.
No point. It's locked.
How did I guess that? Let's see if there's anyone else around. Oh, there's a door. Go back.
No
Oh.
point. It's locked.
Why, of course. Oh my. Makes me wonder if there's anything, or is this just... No, it's just the other end of the hallway. I thought there's maybe something around here. Let's see the other side. Universität. That's probably locked. No one here. Please be locked. No, it's not. What's back here? Careful in the stairs. Oh, these are the guys I was coming to see, I believe.
Good day to you, gentlemen.
Tell me, young lady, to what do we owe this pleasure?
Please do be brief. We do not have very much time on our hands.
As rectors of this university, we have serious matters to attend to, and our time is precious.
I have heard you wish to meet the owner of the train that is currently in your station. May I know the reason for your summons?
We are surprised that your train has not yet left, miss. The situation is most regrettable.
The rules do clearly state that trains are meant to come and go and not remain stationary at a platform.
Trains should first stop, then subsequently leave. That is the rule.
We agree then, dear colleagues, that what we're dealing with is deviant behavior.
This matter really is cause for concern.
It's a clockwork train, you see? So it needs winding up again. Unfortunately, there is no equipment in the station to do this.
A clockwork train? That's strange.
How very quaint. You mean it's some sort of mechanical toy?
You are causing a hindrance to us, miss.
I am very hopeful that I will find what I need along the wall.
The
wall? Miss, that really is not a suitable place for you to go.
Especially for a young lady.
You see, miss, we freely admit that every day we praise the existence of that particular edifice. We owe the integrity of our dear university and the fine education it provides to the wall.
It protects us from harm and invasion from the unknown.
May God protect us from what is beyond those ramparts, miss. Please believe me.
I don't have any choice. I must continue my journey.
Such a decision is a correct one since it's in line with regulations.
Thus, your train will indeed be able to leave.
And consequently cease to obstruct our station.
Thing is, if there's no going behind the wall, why the hell is the track going to the gate at the wall and nowhere else? I am Kate.
I haven't introduced myself. My name is Kate Walker.
Walker, haven't we already
From
had
Texas.
a Walker? Ethnology
Texas
master,
Ranger.
September 1953, if my memory serves me correctly.
Perfectly well, my dear colleague. But if I may be so bold, it was a Mr. Walker and not a Miss. It was Bill Walker, sat this June 68 exams. The impudent fool turned up for the oral assessment in jeans, flouting strict internal regulations which explicitly state the required uniform for the occasion.
Pure incitement. It was scandalous. Sadly, we have seen worse since. Young people lack all respect of traditional values.
tradition,
met
young
one
lady.
myself.
One must always uphold tradition.
My mission, Jim.
You see, I didn't actually intend to stop here, but the springs of my train gave up, you see?
No, not really. You mean to say you're not a student?
You have arrived a little late in the term, miss. Enrollment for this year has already terminated.
Interesting.
But as rectors of this university and therefore representatives of its highest authority, we could bend the rules a little, if you like.
You don't understand. I'm a lawyer from New York, or rather Valladolid more precisely. My client wants to buy out an old mechanical toy factory, but its heir isn't actually dead and is living somewhere in Syberia. I've got to get to him to sign the sales contract. You see?
You see?
Not really. This is a most peculiar tale.
A kerfuffle of the highest order.
We have an excellent law school, if you should ever change your mind.
These buffoons probably can't help me, but doesn't hurt to ask.
Can you possibly help me out here?
Miss, your insistence is almost verging on indecency.
We cannot constantly be at your disposal. We have many other requests to attend to.
If you don't mind, could you not disturb us all the time? Thank you.
Alrighty then. Do you know Hans?
Does the name Hans Vorarlberg mean anything to you by chance?
Ah, one of the brightest, most idealistic intellects to have graced our university. Hans Vorarlberg. I remember speaking to him once. I was still a student at the time. He just stared at me, lost in thought for a while. He scarcely ever said a word. But how can one forget him?
Idealistic? I'll grant you that, but bright? Oh, don't go too far. He was completely incapable of passing any exams. All he ever did was to sit in on lessons, and not many of them either. Paleontology, mainly. He had an unhealthy passion for mammoths, which matched the state of his intellect perfectly. That is to say, prehistoric.
Prehistoric? How dare you? A little far-fetched, maybe. But he did have flashes of intellectual brilliance, comprehensible only to high-minded scholars who hold no score by appearances. My dear colleague, your hasty conclusions are somewhat cavalier.
My assessment is wholly accurate. The boy was a little odd. You must concur if my father, who was rector of the university at the time, had not shown great indulgence towards him. Hans Vorarlberg would have never attended this establishment.
What about the bandstand, then? Is that the work of a deranged mind? Even after all these years, you are still jealous of it.
My dear colleagues, I beseech you, let's show some decorum. We have a visitor. What do you want with Hans Vorarlberg, miss? Are you a member of his family?
No, not at all. I'm looking for him to clear up an inheritance matter. Is he still here?
What? Here? At the university? No, not at all. He left a long time ago. Yes, a very long time ago. The very year I was nominated to this position, in fact. Almost 50 years ago already.
The poor soul moved on once he learned all he needed to know about mammoths.
Ah, this establishment was never quite the same after his departure, it must be said.
You mean to say it was never as bad? All that oddball brought to this university was his misplaced fantasies.
Gentlemen, gentlemen, let's try to retain the calm and level-headedness that befits our position.
I finally came to the conclusion why they look so familiar. It's like, well, this especially. It's like Jamie Heineman. As are these two, but they have the mustache in a different way. Yep. About the train.
Excuse me.
Miss, we find ourselves terribly put out by the presence of your train in our station and by its recurrent immobility.
Indeed, the situation is very regrettable. Your huge locomotive is very cumbersome.
A train should first stop, then subsequently leave. That is the rule.
We know that. And bird.
That idea of the station aviary is really very original.
It's the pride of our university. One of the specialties taught here is zoology, you see, and more particularly, ornithology. Proper study and instruction should not be limited to books. Observation of living matter is indissociable from theoretical questions.
It contains some very rare specimens that have been brought back from far away exotic countries, especially for our university, by the world's most intrepid explorers.
Do you remember Alexander Valenbois and his peculiar bird?
Absolutely. His gift produced some very embarrassing long-term consequences.
A poison chalice indeed. It must be said, the situation could have been much worse, however.
Oh, yes, it could have been terribly problematic.
What the hell is going on?
Here we are, busy chatting, and look at the clock. It's tea time.
Already? My word, doesn't time fly by?
Thank you for a charming visit, miss.
And thank you, gentlemen.
Misleading tea time. Don't fall. Why do they call dinner a tea? That is strange. Did I try this? Apparently not. And I was told to see the library. Do not know why. Is this guy still rude?
Excuse me.
No, it's a different guy. They just have
Can
the
I
same
disturb
uniform.
you a second?
No.
You could be a little bit nicer about it.
Keep quiet. In case you haven't noticed, we're somewhere that requires silence and tranquility.
What this? Oh, they don't wish to talk. There's something. Is he
Excuse
sure?
me. Can I disturb?
No.
You could be a...
Keep
Okay. Well, let's take this, whatever it is. Library card, maybe? No, it's a book of Merzone? Amazon. Oh yeah, Amazon. Memoirs of an expedition. This probably has to do with the bird. And once it comes relevant, I think I'll take a look at it. But for a moment I lost my pointer. Pointer? Whatever. Strange behaving bird. Is there anything interesting? I can go this way, I can go this way. Something natura. Let's go this way first. I can't run. Why is that? What is this? Oh, just advance. Oh, I could have climbed. Come back. Why would I want to climb there? I don't know. I'm doing this in wrong order again. Bah. Oh, this is upside down. The Illustrated Dictionary of Plants and Mushrooms. The French of Barrackstadt University Naturalist Society. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's about the mushroom. Yeah, plants and mushrooms. Mushroom. How do I... Oh. Now I got the books about mushrooms and birds. Birds and mushrooms. Oh, that is actually the way out, so let's see the other way. Let's look the other way. Is there anything? I suppose not. I hope we have it all. Just in case, let's go this way. If we see some different view of it all. No, we don't. It's the same. That's back and that's the stairs. I don't want to do the stairs. Stairs are slow. Let's go around here. And get out. Upstairs it is. A mammoth it is first. There's some clues to some puzzle that I might have to solve. Probably not. There's probably some mechanism that lets me lower these things, and then I have to do something with these tusks. I'm not sure if they're tusks. Whatever they are. So this, yeah, auditorium. Can I talk to this guy? No, he disappeared. There's nothing here. It seems, and I can't go. Maybe this becomes relevant later on. Oh, he's here again. All right.
No point. It's locked.
Cool. And away we go. So there's an auditorium if we ever need one. Ah. What about the other staircase? Oh, I can't go up there. Huh. Let's see the thing outside. The band, whatever, stand. Hello. Who's calling?
Hello?
So, you got him then, this air?
Nope.
Ah, it's you, Mr. Marson. Good day, and how are you, sir?
I'll
No
feel a whole
pleasantries.
lot better when this whole business is over and the sales contract is signed. Where the hell are you?
I'm in Barkstadt.
What? What in God's name are you doing there?
It's a magnificent university town. It would appear Hans Vorarlberg once passed by here several years ago.
So if he isn't there anymore, then there's no point hanging around.
I hear what you're saying, sir, but I have good reason to believe that Hans Vorarlberg is still alive. For the time being, I'm trying to gather extra information from people who have known him.
What's
Why?
your next destination?
I'm not exactly sure yet.
Doesn't sound like you know too much, Kate.
I just need a bit of time, Mr. Morrison.
Yeah, well, time is what you ain't got. Keep me posted.
Now there's a possibility this guy heard the conversation, and maybe he has a different approach, no?
Hello.
Hey, baby, you...
Just
Maybe
to be-
not.
Hey! Hey,
Listen,
Alrighty then. What the hell is this thing? Excuse me. I need a golden egg.
this thing's jammed.
Yes, it is. Someone put jam in the cup and now it's jammed. Oh! Golden egg. Why, of course. Let's go see the birds. How do I get out? Oh, like so. Run. Birds are a long way away. Carefully the stairs, you don't want to slip or fall or anything else. Trip, I meant to say, not slip. We could slip. Come on. And I suppose we're going over. Oh, probably the ladder up. Yeah. Has a nest somewhere. What? No. Consult. Oh god, I better go somewhere else to read it. Let's look around first. Just to see what's the haps. There's a door. Can I open the door? Probably not.
I can't go that way.
Yeah. Let's go back. I have to open the door somehow. Yeah, the birds are here. Wait, what? I can grab the birds? Get in the train. We can have moment's peace. About the Amazon birds. Well, that's easy to read. The red Amazon cuckoo, Cocculus russo. This subspecies of the common Cocculus canos or something is endemic in the Amazon forests and is one of the region's most brightly colored species. The male's plumage is a bright vermilion, while the female's is a little more russet and neutral. Habitat and food, I bet that's important. The red cuckoo inhabits the more isolated and dense areas of the Amazon forest. It is reliant on the thick upper foliage of the rainforest to live its lonely existence. The explorer may nevertheless have an excellent view of the bird when the animal ventures to lower branches in search of forest Sauvignon grapes. I need grapes to attract it. Why would I attract it? Away from its nest to get the golden egg. Golden egg. The wild vines provide the bird with the majority of its food. The cuckoo, how do you say it? Cuckoo is particularly partial to its juicy fruit. The bubblegum juicy fruit. The red cuckoo may sometimes gorge itself on this fruit to the point of drunkenness. Rendering it an easy prey for any jungle predator. Eat and be eaten. Such is the implacable law of nature. Reproduction. Like other species of cuckoo, the red Amazon cuckoo delegates the task of raising its young to other birds. So it's an ordinary cuckoo. This parasitic behavior enables the species to reproduce prolifically and with minimum effort. The female cuckoo scouts its territory on the lookout for nests under construction. She chooses the moment when its owners are absent to lay the eggs. Generally in the afternoon. The host, meanwhile, will lay mainly in the morning. What? Generally in the afternoon. The host, meanwhile, will lay mainly in the morning. Oh. After laying an egg in her selected nest, the female will remove one of the host's eggs and destroy it or eat it later. The cuckoo's egg generally hatches before the eggs of its adopted brothers and sisters. The cuckoo chick will instinctively fetch the other eggs from the nest. The young cuckoo grows fast. Sometimes its foster parents will perch on the back of the hungry chick to feed it. What? Sometimes its foster parents will perch on the back of the hungry chick to feed it. Even if the cuckoo's egg is very different to the smaller host eggs, it nevertheless mimics the host egg in a certain way. Not perfectly, but just enough to be accepted by most species. The future. The red cuckoo's love of the grape could sadly prove fatal for the species in the medium term. European settlers who have tried to cultivate the grape on the Amazonian alluvial plains have decimated the Amazon red cuckoo population. Grape producers, to protect their harvests from what they would call inveterate looting, have declared all-out war on the bird. It is to be feared that the cuckoo will be on the losing side. The red cuckoo reproduces relatively well in captivity and is one of the jewels in the crown of the Barakstad University ornithological collections. However, scientists at the university have their own reservations about the species and its propensity to become practically invasive whenever conditions are favorable to it, to the detriment of others. Something species Heads of the Barakstad aviary have therefore undertaken a policy of birth control to attempt to balance out nature's imperfections in this artificial environment. The Forest Sauvignon grape. Today it is very rare. So was there other rarer species, okay. Today it is very rare to find the Forest Sauvignon grape in the wild. The species has been decimated by a terrible equatorial phylloxera epidemic, however, in Europe. Successful cultivation of the plant is the pride of the Barakstad University Botany Collection and has largely contributed to the survival of the species around the world. Alrighty then. What about the mushroom? What about the mushroom? The Yangala cola mushroom. Oh god, this is so hard to read. The Yangala cola is a mushroom without stem? Oh, yeah, without stem. That has a chewy texture. It is a member of the polypode family and grows exclusively on the trunks of certain trees of the Amazonian jungle. While it is edible when young, the Yangala cola has a woody texture and insipid flavor and offers no great culinary appeal. Native Amazonian tribes, however, are very attached to the mushroom. Why they are so fond of the fungus has taken extensive scientific research to elucidate. Is that a word? Elucidate. Maybe. Could be ducidate, but that's not. Biologists have reached the conclusion that the Yangala cola contains a special substance that is unique to the mushroom. The substance significantly affects vision and enhances its what? It's something enormously. Enhances it something enormously. Amazonian Indian hunters discovered this effect and started using it centuries ago. The Yangala cola is dried and ground to a powder and consumed before the hunt commences. Its effect is instantaneous and the penetration of the hunter's vision increases extraordinarily. Penetration of the vision. The hunter is then able to aim and hit targets concealed behind thick undergrowth even over great distances. What the hell? I have to become a hunter? Why would I need to hunt the bird? I only need the egg. Well, at this point at least. Can I really take these birds? I don't think so. I can try. It'll probably fly away. Hello, bird. Oh. Oh. So first I need to get rid of the birds. I need the grapes. Where the hell can I get grapes? Run, please. There's no grapes. Grapes to lure the goddamn birds. There's nowhere to go. What is this? Why is this? Oh. There's a dude. There's a something. What about the dude?
Hello.
Hello.
You arrived by train, I see.
Yes, I did.
Yes, I've come from Valladolid.
It's been a long time since I've seen a train here. Students, did you bring students with you?
No, I traveled alone. Well, almost alone.
I remember around the start of fall, trains would bring kids from all around the world here to study zoology and botany, paleontology, and all that stuff. This was a great university.
And it isn't still great today, then?
Today,
Have you been the station master of Barokstadt for a long time?
I've
Barokstadt?
never had another job. Now, you tell me, are you in charge of this train?
No, I mean, I'm not sure.
So what's your thing here? You come here to do some bookworming over at the university?
Well, sort of. I'm always looking for new information.
Well, you don't seem to know a lot. And about that train, it's gonna get in the way if you leave it there, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I'm a lawyer and I'm conducting a pretty unusual investigation.
Investigation, huh? Hey, I'm just a station master. I don't know too much about anything.
Well, you never know. Anybody could be significant in this case.
See, nobody actually tells me anything, so my hands are totally clean.
I never implied they weren't.
My mission.
I've just been to see the rectors, and they told me to get the train out of the station as quick as I can.
I thought they'd say that. Rules are rules, and you
No, I
gotta
got
stick
it.
by them. Not a good idea to get into trouble with the university administration.
I got it.
Absolutely. I've got enough worries as it is. What should I do then?
Well, I suggest you move your train.
I know
But
how.
it's like I say, the springs are unwound. Everyone seems to think it's my fault.
The locomotive's engine might not work, it's true, but maybe there's some other way. of
Yes,
moving
I
the
know.
train.
It just dawned on me.
It's a possibility, I suppose. What were you thinking
Bandstand.
exactly?
Nothing. It's just an idea. Anyway, miss, you shouldn't hang around here. I have a job to do. Yes, sirree.
Yeah, I need to get in the bandstand to get the winding mechanism of that and wind the locomotive so I can go the 50 meters or so. Then use the real thing. Can you help?
I feel like I've lost my way a little here. I could really do with your help.
Hey, anything I can do, miss, you just let me know.
Get me an egg.
The name Hans Vorarlberg doesn't mean anything to you by chance, does it?
Oh, do you really think I'd remember one little name from the thousands that pass through this station?
Oh, can I actually tell him
I
to
feel
do?
like I've lost my way a
Oh,
little.
Hey,
no. Train.
It seems that your superiors object to the presence of my train in the station. Not exactly easygoing, are they?
well, it's not the big difference.
Bunch of Heinemans.
I find that the less I have to do with them, the better things are. Get my drift. Birds, peace to their employers. And respect for the regulations. Now that brings peace of mind.
About the
All
bird.
these birds in a station. It's amazing.
This is no ordinary station, miss. Oh, no. These birds are part of the prestigious University of Barokstadt Ornithological Collection. Over Over the years, this aviary has housed some of the most fantastic species from all over the world. And I am not exactly a typical station master either. This little world is my responsibility, and that is no easy task.
I can well believe you.
And you know what's the hardest? The hardest thing is to keep interspecial harmony. And one day some explorer introduced a couple of cuckoos from the Amazon. Whoa!
It wasn't a good idea?
A nightmare. You know, cuckoos lay their eggs in the nests of other species, right? Now, what's more, they also push the host's eggs out of the nest so that they receive all the mother's attention, right? Accursed cuckoos. Nightmare.
I see what you mean. That's one tricky bird. And there was nothing you could do to stop it?
The faculty declared the bird a protected species. If it wasn't for our mechanical eagle, we were sitting on a major ornithological catastrophe.
You have an automaton here?
A wonder of technology. It's an eagle that's mounted on wings in the air. It passes through and it swoops down to collect parasite eggs. But heck, the dang eagle's been out of order for several years. Impossible to collect the eggs myself.
Why not?
I can't climb up the gangway. I fell off it several months back, and I still have a pain in my spine. Not to mention the vertigo I've been getting. I only have to look up in the air. Whoa.
You poor soul. That must be very hard.
The worst thing is, the cuckoo eggs piling up in the nests. Soon the rectors are gonna notice. There's trouble in store. We're told. I'm worried. Yep, worried.
Okay, Sauvignon.
Where might I find some forest Sauvignon plants, please?
No place around here, that's for sure. I don't know what you're talking about. That stuff's from the Amazon.
You know, for someone who knows nothing about the plant, you seem pretty well informed about which mysterious faraway country it comes from.
Oh, Amazon, Peru, Papua, New Guinea, it's all the same to me. Gotta go. Gotta work.
Wait, don't go. You know what? I don't think he was being totally straight with me.
Really? You don't say. What the hell is this? A hook? It's a hook. What the hell do I do with a hook? I should follow the guy. See where his secret stash of the grapes is. Can I hook the door open somehow? I don't suppose I can. There's nothing to put it in. Okay. Where haven't I gone yet? I can't go beyond this, the ladder, I believe. No. Can I hook the birds? No. Oh. Yeah, I can't. I suppose we're going to the other side. If I could only remember if there was anything to hook this way. This is just a ladder. A goddamn hook. Where did the guy go? Not here. How would I know? Let's see if I can see him. Well, there's nothing here. Why would he go this way? Yeah, exactly. Maybe he went back to the university. So I feel like I should follow him to find his stash of grapes. To get those birds away from the ladder. Maybe? There he is. I can't hook him.
Excuse me, Station Master, but I need you again.
Can't you see I am very, very busy?
No.
Well, I am. Very busy indeed. But, okay, I think I can give you a minute of my time.
Can I ask again about the Sauvignon?
I'm looking for a kind of little juicy berry. You don't know where I could find some?
Look, lady, the station doesn't have any Sauvignon berries, not even forest Sauvignon.
Funny you should mention it. That's exactly what I was looking for. Forest Sauvignon.
Sauvignon, raspberries, red currants, they're all the same to me. And we don't grow none of them here.
But you see, I have just read a very interesting book which says that the rare Sauvignon berry is actually cultivated here, in the famous Barokstadt University aviary itself.
Well, if it's in a book, then don't believe everything you're reading, miss.
I don't know why, but I don't think you're telling me the truth.
What do you mean? I don't know. How should I know where to find your stupid grape? Go ask your professor, what's his name, Pons, the paleontologist.
But you're the master of this station, so you should know better than anyone.
Nobody tells me anything. I don't know. Go see the old guy with the fossils.
Okay. At least
I won't
that's
disturb you
helpful.
any longer, Mr. Station Master.
Welcome to Barokstadt, miss.
He's gonna tell me to go see the botanist. Which I don't believe I've come across botanist. Maybe it opens another door in the university or something. Maybe. What the hell do I do with the hook? I could become a captain. I'm not gonna talk to this guy again. Not until I get a shotgun. Which way was he? Back here, on the right. There he is. Hey, Mr. Fossil.
Do excuse me, Professor. Professor, sorry to disturb you again.
What is it you want to know, miss?
Sauvignon.
You wouldn't know where the forest Sauvignon plants are kept in Barokstadt, would you?
Why do you think there are Sauvignon plants here?
I read it in the book.
I read about it in a book at the library.
Try going to see the station master.
God damn it.
If such a shrub exists, he will have a better idea than anyone.
It's actually he who sent me to you. I thought it a little strange, but he definitely said ask the paleontologist. You're the only one here, aren't you?
Yes indeed. What a strange way to behave. Well, I think he must have made a mistake, that's all. Nobody tells me anything here. Maybe you should ask the rectors. After all, they are in charge of the university.
God damn it.
All right, thanks.
They're just running me around.
I'll leave you in peace. I hope I haven't disturbed you too much.
Sorry? No, not at all, my dear child.
Ugh. I bet it's actually the guy outside who was rude. He's some sort of drug dealer guy and you can only get berries from him. Rectors know nothing. Careful with the stairs. Careful with the stairs. Hello, sir. Sir Jamie?
Gentlemen, forgive me for disturbing you again, but I have a little problem.
A little.
A little problem, a little problem. Everyone has little problems now, you know.
They are kept to oneself, and they don't stop the world from turning.
Nor trains from leaving stations.
Are you sure there are no Amazon Sauvignon plants in Barockstadt? Because I have just interviewed the station master and the paleontologist, and what they said really didn't convince me that there wasn't any here.
We are quite definite on this point. There are no Sauvignon plants growing in Barockstadt.
You see, miss, the Amazon Forest Sauvignon is a rare shrub that requires very special conditions for growth.
That's right. Conditions that are very hard to reproduce, believe you me.
Difficult, but not impossible. Fortunately, our garden has proved very successful.
Your garden? So, there is a garden in Barockstadt?
Oh, the garden. Well, if there was one, it would be only a little garden hidden behind the station. But our station master would be very proud of it.
He
How
would
the
take
hell do
very
I get
good
in?
care of it, too. Everything would grow marvelously if we were able to cultivate it at all, and it would be all down to his gardening prowess.
And we would be proud as punch. And we wouldn't forget the role the paleontologist might play in this.
What's the
the hell?
paleontologist got to do with it all?
Without him and without his laboratory, how would we make the wine, do you think?
And it would be good wine indeed, my dear colleagues, would it not?
Oh, yes, a delightful balm to soothe away our long hours of toil and our heavy responsibilities.
We would wait impatiently every year for the arrival of the year's produce.
So, if I have understood you correctly, there are indeed Sauvignon plants in Barockstadt. They are cultivated in a garden behind the station, then turned into wine by the paleontologist's loving care, and finally, the pleasure of tasting is yours. If I'm not very much mistaken, gentlemen, you have a minor racket operating here.
Miss, you do go jumping to some hasty conclusions.
We never said that. That's not what we said at all.
We were talking in the conditional, you know, with ifs and woulds.
So, what would happen if I had such a hunch?
You would have to keep it to yourself, of course.
Yes, if you would be so kind as to keep it a secret. It would only be a small local concern, producing barely a few bottles every year.
Fine.
That's right. Nothing so grandiose as a business. Otherwise, we'd be liable to be fined. So, we can't count on your discretion, frankly.
Of course.
Don't worry, I have no intention at all of getting messed up in anything.
As long as I can get a few
You
berries
see,
myself.
I didn't actually
No, not really.
You have arrived.
But as rectors of this,
You don't understand.
A cuff.
we have
Yep. Oops. Help.
Can you possibly help me out here?
Miss, your insistence is all.
We cannot constant.
If you don't mind.
Okay.
Here we are, busy
So, how the
chatting.
hell?
Already?
Thank you for...
And thank you.
Who's gonna let me in the garden? I do wonder. Let's try to find that out in this episode, and then maybe when I get the doors open, if I get the doors open, take a break. It has gone an hour and 10 minutes already.
Do excuse me, Professor. Professor, sorry to disturb you again.
What is it you want to know, miss?
What would you say about seeing Hans Vorarlberg again? After all, you could come with me and help me find him.
Young lady, you are very kind.
Ho ho ho.
I'm far too old for such escapades.
I have just had a very interesting little discussion with the rectors. It seems that you are perfectly aware of the existence of Sauvignon plants here in Barrackstadt. Apparently, you find them very tasty.
Not at all. I never drink wine. I prefer to make it. Production to me is much more satisfying.
So you don't deny?
Why, seeing as the rectors have let you into our little secret, I even converted part of the laboratory into a fermenting room for Amazon Sauvignon wine production. Of course, I cannot produce wine in large quantities. We have to be discreet, after all.
And what about your students? Haven't they noticed anything?
Oh, you know how students are. After all, a chemical reaction is still a chemical reaction, even when grapes are involved. And malolactic fermentation takes time. Sometimes strange odors begin to waft through the corridors. Then I just burn a little sulfur.
Incredible. Totally incredible. You are really something, Professor Pons. Really something.
I'm not sure whether I should take that as a compliment.
Me neither. I mean, I
I'll
don't
leave
know
you
if
in
I
peace.
mean it as a
I
compliment.
hope I haven't disturbed you too much.
Sorry? No, not at all, my dear child.
Maybe the other guy will let me know that I know the secret. Maybe not. Oh, actually? Just a thought, can I hook this guy? No. Fine. Go. Haven't looked around here, but I suppose there might be nothing in there. After all.
Excuse me, Station Master, but I need you again.
Can't you see I am very, very busy?
No.
No?
Well, I am. Very busy indeed. But, okay, I think I can give you a minute of my time.
I know about the thing.
You have been playing with me, haven't you? You knew very well there were forest Sauvignon berries in the station garden.
Not at all. I've never seen your Sauvignon thing.
You don't have to lie to me. I know all about it. You and the rectors are in cahoots, and the professor's lab has been turned into a distillery. You've all got a nice little smuggling racket on the side.
Smuggling racket? Hey, lady, you're going a bit far there. It's just a little on-the-side thing we got going, that's all. It's just for ourselves. Hey, honest.
You should be ashamed of yourselves. Aren't you worried about the reputation of this fine university? The authorities should be informed of this.
Why?
But we haven't done anything wrong. It's not a crime.
Can you open the gate to the garden, please?
Sure. No problemo. Right away, miss.
Yay! I solved a non-puzzle. I solved a narrative. Or something. I don't know. When I see the door open, is when I believe it's open. And the door is open. Is he gonna just...
There you are.
No.
Please feel free to visit the garden at your leisure. And there was just one thing. I'm not a liar. Not really. Just mum's the word. There is the reputation of the university to think about. And I have superiors. And I have to do what I can.
I understand. Don't you worry.
Thank you, miss.
Don't you worry about a thing. Why did I turn back here? Oh, just to look him walk away. Alright. Come on, look at the camera. like so, and we can end this episode here. We have a great cliffhanger to go into the next one. That's great.